Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. How you doing? What's going on? Guys, I did this hack. Just so you know, it was a hack I did. So what is it? So what it is mozzarella cheese, and then pepperoni, and then pizza cheese, baked. Tastes just like the top of the pizza minus the crust. So those of you that don't want to have bread, knock yourselves out. Guys, how are you? So here's the thing. I was watching Barbara Ann, and she was playing what I assume is an old video, right? Of Gypsy talking about Amelia Bird. And I was like, doesn't that fit exactly what I was saying as far as how dangerous Gypsy is? Her spreading news that Amelia Bird was inappropriately detained and incarcerated is saying that Gypsy was. And Gypsy wants us all to believe that she's done her time, she's done with it. And it's so 10 years ago, forget about it. But too bad for Nick, who's paying with it with his karma. I mean, Nick has karma, Gypsy has nothing, nothing. But in the meantime, she's talking about Amelia Bird, who very much like Gypsy seems to have unalived her mom and tried to unalive her dad as well. And she admitted to it, but Gypsy's here to save the day for Amelia. Because, well, if Gypsy didn't do it, Amelia didn't do it. So Gypsy's going to decide who is responsible for unaliving people, who should get off the hook, and who should have to do their time. So, according to Gypsy, Nick should be off the hook if Amelia should be off the hook, and Gypsy should be incarcerated, right? Like, Gypsy just takes no responsibility. She's just in prison to help the girls, right? To make better friends, I guess, to have some sort of social life. Isn't that what she said? The freest she ever felt was being incarcerated. Then why in the hell did you want to get out? Gypsy, it's one lie, another lie, another lie, and another lie. And you know, you have a tell. Everybody has a tell. Remember, I said everybody has a tell. You ever watch Gypsy's tell when she's trying to convince you that she is the perfect person? She takes dialect that is from God knows who. I mean, maybe it was the way her mother spoke. I don't think I understand that. I shouldn't say dialect. It is dialect. It is. She takes on this whole different persona to make you want to think that she is perfect and everything that happened to her was an injustice, and she is just a victim that is coming out of the ground as this giant, dare I say, sunflower that everybody wants to weed whack away. That's not true. She is a fucking weed that grew up in this patch of sunflowers that the sunflowers want to whack away. She's poison. And with her dialogue and narrative and stories and who she's going to pick to support and promote, people like, come on, man, look at her friends. I don't want to be that cruel by mentioning names, but look at her friends. Now, some of you might say, Toddy, that's a bit rough. Is it? Look at what her friends have been accused of doing and actually doing. You know, it's one thing to defend somebody, and it's another thing to break the law and defend somebody. And that's what her friends have done. They've done it. They've doxed people. They've played unfair. They've hit them below the belt. And one of them had a plea deal, right? We don't know about the other. I don't even want to throw this is not good and positive. You don't debate the way Bree debates. You don't debate the way Sheena does, because she does a lot of shit behind people's backs and puts up a front. And that's who Sheena is. And if you guys can't see that, you're blind. Bree would defend Gypsy until the day that Gypsy picks somebody over Bree. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen. You think you have all these secrets on Gypsy? I don't understand why any of you guys think it's so. You're any different than the guy that unalived her mom for her, or the guy that married her and was committed to her, Or the guy that's the dad of her kid, supposedly, or her dad, or her mom. But time will tell. It will tell. And you know how Gypsy's got her little 2026 Christmas? I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet that everything's going to fall apart, go up shit's creek, and not the television show. And everything's going to go to hell because of what's happening here with Gypsy. And what's now that everything's starting to shift and take the turns of it, the people that she's defending and the people guilt by association. Have fun with that, guys. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Be better today than you were yesterday, and not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Check this video out. See what I'm saying?
Hello, my name is Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and I would like to introduce you to one of my very good friends. This is Amelia Bird. She was only 16 years old when she was arrested with her then boyfriend in connection with her crime. And with no other evidence stacked against her except for the testimony of the then boyfriend, Amelia is now serving 2 life sentences, ran consecutive at the Chillicothe Correctional Center for Women in Missouri. If you would like to learn more about her story, please continue to watch. In January of 2006, authorities arrived at the home of Christina Bird, William Bird, where they found Christina Bird had been fatally shot and William Bird had been seriously wounded. Amelia Bird and her then boyfriend, Chad Brentley, was both taken into custody and questioned for the crime. While Amelia maintained her innocence and claiming that she had absolutely no idea that her then boyfriend was going to commit this crime, Chad Brentley, however, pointed the finger at Amelia and claimed that she is the one that asked him to commit the crime.
She did.
So essentially what we have is a situation that boyfriend breaks into girlfriend's parents' home, commits a...
And thank you to my sponsor, as always. Thanks, guys.
You tired of losing your signal every time it rains, snows, or Biggin walks near the TV? Me too. You just need to call my little brother down there, JB, at JB's Satellite Repair and Rocket Launch. He'll fix your dish, boost your bars, and if you sign this here waiver right here, he'll launch you higher than Little Bree on Tuesday night. If you call Dish Network, you're going to get whole music. But if you call my brother JB, you're going to get a fella in cut-off jorts with a socket wrench and some bad intentions. They said you can't mix science and moonshine, and I said, hold my screwdriver. Hell, I call it the Redneck Rocket Program, sponsored by Mountain Dew and Bad Decisions. My goal is to be the first man to open a vape shop on the moon. Countdown in 5. You sure this wiring's safe, boy? Nah, I watched a how-to video on YouTube. We're good. Ooh, Lord, that smells like rocket fuel and burnt hair. They'll grow back. I'm in space, Jimmy Bobby. I can see Little Bree's ego from all the way up here.
Hey, hit my ticket coop.
Sorry about that. We'll fix your picture faster than JB can light himself on fire. And that's pretty darn fast right there. We accept cash, card, or cases of Natty Light. No checks, though. We learned that lesson from Gypsy. Your neighbors are definitely going to call 911, but your picture's going to be crystal clear. So call JB's Satellite Repair and Rocket Launching, where safety's optional, but entertainment is guaranteed.